believe that the names of Gwyn Thomas and Aidan Butterworth are there. They only passed fitness tests this morning, but Kenny Burns is still unfit, so Martin Dickinson continues to partner Paul Hart in the centre of defence, and Kevin Hurd replaces Gary Hampson in midfield. Well, Arsenal will insist the tie is far from over. They make only one change from the 12 on duty on Saturday. Paul Davis takes over at substitute. The prize at stake then is a fifth-round tie away to Middlesbrough, as you see Arsenal playing in their chain strip of blue and green, and the Leeds United players wearing black armbands. The wife of the club's vice-chairman, Mr. Leslie Silver, that's Mrs. Anita Silver, died a few days ago, and that is the mark of respect from the Leeds players. And tonight's referee, a familiar face, John Hunting from Leicester. Terry Neal there, just leaning forward. Don Howe chewing away. Brings back memories, of course, for him. Every time he comes to Ellen Road, he was, of course, here as assistant to Jimmy Armfield at one time. Nicholas. That's a useful ball to Kenny Sansom in a very advanced position. He's going to drive one. Oh, a nasty deflection off Paul Hart. Looping over the crossbar. And that would have been one of the most bizarre own goals of the season. Kenny Sansom took up a very intelligent position here as Petrovic played the ball square. He sized up the situation, and it's here where he decides to have the crack, and as you see the ball looping off the top of Paul Hart's head, not far over the top of the crossbar either. Rix's corner, curling in swinger, and this time firmer header from Paul Hart, gets it away, but the danger not yet averted. The header from Woodcock, and Lukic's positioning was absolutely right. So Graham Rix floating that corner in. It's Paul Hart who goes up and gets a decisive header away, but the ball only dropping at the foot of Rix, who decides to lob it straight back in. Woodcock's well positioned, Lukic positioned even better. Again, Eddie Gray working nicely with Arthur Graham. Ball with Kevin Hurd. Nice ball through to Connor, who let it run, knowing that Butterworth was behind him. Good ploy, didn't quite come off. But that gave the Leeds fans something to shout about as we move into the second part of the first half. As O'Leary takes control. Of course, already through to the semi-finals of the Milk Cup. Here's Woodcock trying to take them further along the road in the FA Cup. Now Rix, good little curling cross, and coming in there was Petrovic. Eddie Gray stuck with him and finally cleared the lines. Dangerous for a moment. Graham turning inside Hollins. A bit of a buzz goes up at Ellen Road when Arthur Graham's on the ball. He's lost it though. This is Talbot. Good ball through for Alan Sunderland. Whacks it in. Lukic was off his line, and as you say, off target. Lovely ball from Petrovic though. This is Brian Talbot first of all, and there he slides it through, and Sunderland first time, raking shot off target. Oh, and Eddie Gray, beautiful skills. Let's turn the clock back a little bit for a few for poke here. And if the final pass didn't, but Butterworth still chasing it. And the crowd wanting a free kick. The Leeds fans do get a corner to keep them warm. Six minutes of the half left. As Paul Hart goes up and Neil Aspin goes up. Graham's corner. Paul Hart's in there, but manages to direct the ball back to Arthur Graham somehow. They come looking a second chance. Away by O'Leary. Hurd. Trying to take them on the outside, and he'll win the third corner that Leeds have had in 5 minutes. Plenty of vocal encouragement there. Well, the last one was an in-swinger which produced Leeds' best opportunity. Paul Hart right on the goal line, trying to unsettle the Arsenal defence. Frank Gray curls it across, up go the hedge. Jennings getting a punch to it. Ball still coming back. Now Connor inside the area. Paul Hart trying to juggle with it. And as you saw, the Arsenal defence equal to the situation. These last 5 minutes produced Leeds' better chances. Woodcock, who's been given a bit of space there, so he takes on Paul Hart, tries to tee himself up, and doesn't finish very satisfactorily. Up there, found enough room to control. What a dreadful mistake! A chance here for Thomas. Can he screw it in? Oh, the closest there has been to a goal. Well, that would have been a catastrophe for Stuart Robson. As the ball was hoisted forward here, there appeared to be no danger whatsoever. First of all, Terry Connor brings it under control, but here you see Robson stretching a leg and playing it back. Thomas in first, manages to beat Pat Jennings, but he screws the ball right across the face of goal. Well, how ironic that the best chance of the half should come in the last 30 seconds. And I think it's fair to say that neither side has really created a firm opening at all. Defence is so far very much on top here at Elland Road. And one has to say that there is nothing between these sides and that one goal might well settle it. Half-time then here in the FA Cup at Elland Road. It's Leeds United 0, Arsenal 0. So very much everything to play for here in this second half at Elland Road. And Alan Sunderland hasn't come out for the second half. Paul Davis, the substitute, is on for Arsenal. The news from the dressing room is that Sunderland has sustained a ligament injury on his right leg. Straight away, Arthur Graham going down in the penalty area. That would have been optimistic, but Leeds still here with Graham. Might look to get it across to the far post, which he does. Kevin Hurd will lay it back for Quinn Thomas, who drives it in. And it came off Davis, in fact, in the corner. So Alan Sunderland missing then, as Arsenal try and go through to the fifth round. Leeds may well be relieved about that, because Sunderland has often been a thorn in their side. Gray's corner. Looks useful, got to us there. Jennings away. Thomas hacks it in, off the line by Samson. Frankie Gray trying to get it through to Hurd. I think we can honestly say we've had more excitement in 60 seconds of the second half than we had in 45 minutes of the first. And from Frank Gray's corner, the Arsenal defence under pressure. It's a beautifully taken corner, well punched out by Pat Jennings. Thomas driving it in, and wasn't it a good job Samson was there for Arsenal? Graham. Arthur Graham there. Do you see another line there, by the way? That's part of the markings for the Hunslet Rugby League club, who now use this ground on Sundays. It's the 25-yard line. This is Eddie Gray. Good cross, away by Samson. Twice he's saved his side in the second half. Now Frank Gray on too many cooks. So Talbot will look for Ricks on that far side. Dangerous ball as well. He's got the wrong side of Paul Hart and Neil Aspin. Playing it square. Lukic coming off the line, and well read indeed by young Dickinson to prevent Robson getting in. Then he almost got himself back into bother again. Dickinson obviously maturing in the heart of the Leeds defence. Ball. It was looking for Sansom. Might just get caught out now, but Arsenal has still got three men strung across the back as the ball is nicked forward to Frankie Gray, who couldn't quite take it in his stride. It's a nice little touch from Connor. Eddie Gray. Confronted by Petrovic. First of all, still goes. Drives it in. Pat Jennings on his line. Well, it was comfortable enough. Eddie Gray showing a little bit of his own magic. So Arthur Graham. Now Gray. He's got Aspin charging up on the right-hand side. Plays a lovely ball to Connor inside the area. O'Leary across in the nick of time, gives away the corner. Out of your picture, Tony Woodcock is just hobbling at the moment, so Arsenal can ill afford to lose him. Having been deprived of the services of one striker already, Alan Sunderland. Graham's corner. Back for Frank Gray, who can hit them. Hoists it in, appeals for a penalty not given. Ball Hart trying to get there. The ball really did just go straight into the Arsenal player. Arthur Graham, well, he did well to get back within the ball, but he put it only into the path of Graham Rix. He's there again now. Davis will use Nicholas. And he'll keep it going. This is Robson. Two men in the area to aim at the moment. Is Robson, who's going to try and tee himself up then. Davis shielding it. Rix trying to work a position, hammers it in. Nicely worked move. And Graham Rix, the man from Doncaster, popping that one over the top of the Leeds bar. So much thought-provoking from this match for the Leeds bench there. Barry Murphy in the middle, Jimmy Lumsden on the far side, Eddie Gray's assistant. So we've moved into injury time, and it's looked all along to me as though we were going to have extra time at 0-0, and that's exactly what we have here at Ellen Road. And in all honesty, there have been very few signs of either side scoring in this game. They really are cancelling each other out. And having said that, it's no surprise that at the end of 90 minutes, it's still Leeds United 0, Arsenal 0. So as we go into extra time, the Leeds fans trying to raise their team. The Leeds must still be very conscious of that fact that Arsenal haven't conceded a goal here at Ellen Road since 1979. Leeds attacking the goal that they did in the first half. They're rather anxious. Terry Neal and Fred Street on the far side. Alan Sunderland, I see, has moved into the box there. Alan Sunderland, let me just say again, is off, having damaged ligaments in his right leg. Petrovic. And Davis now. There's Robson. Petrovic now switching flanks and playing a nice ball to Davis inside the box. It's Kevin Hurd going with a real danger here, and the ball coming off Tony Woodcock and then off a Leeds defender. And the Leeds defence in a little disarray there. It was created by Paul Davis, who wriggled his way free from the attentions of Kevin Hurd and pulled the ball back. So Arsenal's corner. And the back header, oh, it's screwed right across the face of goal, and this time it's Dickinson who knocks it away. It's a bit frantic at the moment. And the Leeds goal at this moment is clinging on for dear life. Under severe pressure. As Rix takes the in-swinger this time. Lukic stays on his line, Davies knocks it in. This time it's gone right across the face of goal. Goal kick. Paul Davies scored in the last round, actually, when Bolton were beaten by Arsenal. Leeds back four at times in his last few moments, looked a little bit stretched. But now it's Arthur Graham who's got the Leeds fans chanting. Butterworth trying to get Graham through. If he'd have turned, he might have had a clear route to goal himself. Graham's still here for Leeds. Eddie Gray, that familiar little jinking run. He's lost the ball. Hurd. through for Hurd if he can keep it in. He has done too. With two men in the box, one of them's Butterworth, one of them's Connor, who's here now. Can he score? Terry Connor, could he? Oh, he almost made it 1-0. Jennings getting his angle absolutely right. Connor curses his luck. And the ball eventually booted away by Robson. Kevin Hurd did well there. It was a nice little return pass from Arthur Graham. He just kept the ball in play. Took on O'Leary, got in the cross, right over to the far post. It went beyond Sansom. Connor turning well, twists, shoots, Jennings saves. And there again goes Mr. Hunting's whistle for the first period of extra time. Well, I suppose if it does end at 0-0, Leeds for one club will certainly be happy. They should net close on £50,000 from the two ties. Of course, a third match would bring in extra revenue, which is much needed at Ellen Road. So, can the deadlock be broken? 15 minutes for someone to do it. And I wonder if Malcolm Allison, sitting in the stand, has stayed the pace as well as the players. Or whether he's had his seen enough and gone back to Middlesbrough. He will, of course, have to take into consideration that several of those players have been treated for cramp. So let's throw the dice here from Arsenal. Led by Petrovic, taken on by Ricks. Oh, given away by Petrovic. That really was the most tired pass of the night. Almost followed by another one. Leeds' turn. Still roaring of their supporters. Almost 25,000 of them here tonight. Arthur Graham. One last run from him. Connor. He's got nobody to cross it to. So he's held it up and he's nicked it through the legs. Done well. Squares it across. He's sorted out. Butterworth has won the tie for Leeds. And what a finish to a cup tie. Arsenal must surely be out of the cup. And what good play from Arthur Graham to start it all off. But it was Connor who sees the opportunity here. He nicks it through the legs almost of the young defender Stuart Robson. Takes it on, squares it across. Aidan Butterworth accepts it. And they are jubilant. Leeds are almost certainly through to the 5th round of the Cup for the first time since 1977. And it's Aidan Butterworth's first ever FA Cup goal. The Arsenal bench despondent. Terry Neal knows his cup dreams for another year are over. Aidan Butterworth knows he's on his way to Middlesbrough for the next round. And they think they could be on their way to Wembley. Well, that's a long way off. But for Leeds United, this is a triumphant moment. For Arsenal, it looks like dejection. Perhaps not yet, though. Sansom coming forward, hacked away by Eddie Gray. They'll cheer anything now. Well, in all honesty, it's not been the sort of game that deserved a dramatic finish, but it's certainly got it. Arsenal have a free kick. And we're a minute and a half into injury time. Leeds may still have to weather an Arsenal storm in the closing seconds. Butterworth, the goal scorers, on the floor with cramp. He won't feel it, though, if that final whistle goes and Leeds still win. Ricks with the free kick. Hammers it in. Oh, it's an equaliser. Lukic beaten at the post. Graham Ricks has got the equaliser. Eddie Gray can't believe it. Those Arsenal fans over there celebrate. And now surely this tie must be going on to a third meeting. Graham Ricks, what quick thinking. He curled it in, it bends Brazilian style. Lukic can't keep it out, and Leeds is stunned. Amazingly, at Highbury on Saturday, Arsenal came back just 50 seconds after Leeds had scored. They've done it again. So lightning strikes twice. Graham Rix scored in the third round, he scored in the fourth, and Leeds are now the ones to feel despondent. And I think every one of those players will be relieved when Mr. Hunting blows the whistle now. Oh, Don Howe looking calm, Terry Neal looking rather more pleased than he was a minute ago. And the referee blows his whistle, we're in for a marathon. Well, Terry Neal did say, in fact, after the initial game at Highbury, that Arsenal were used to marathons. Remember, they went 5 games with Sheffield Wednesday in '79, and now they've snatched defeat, what appeared apparent defeat anyway, back. Aidan Butterworth leaving the field. He must have been convinced that he'd taken Leeds to a 5th round meeting with Middlesbrough. But Graham Rix, who just patted him on the back there, has rescued Arsenal at the death.